Big Z Reviews. Everything Everywhere All at Once is a new movie that came out recently, and it is honestly the best movie I've seen in years.
I'm not your husband. I'm another version of him from another universe. I'm here because we need your help.
Very busy today. No time to help you.
Across the multiverse, I've seen thousands of Evelyns. You can access all their memories, their emotions.
So unfortunately, this movie is still a relatively limited release. I was thinking about seeing the Fantastic Beasts movie, the new one, in IMAX, because even though they're not great movies, they look good in IMAX, and which is like the closest to me is like an hour and 50 minutes away, outside of Scranton. And I was looking, and then I saw that they were also getting Everything Everywhere All at Once on Thursday, along with Secrets of Dumbledore. And I was like, ooh, double picture. And it was funny, I saw this after Fantastic Beasts, and it made me forget pretty much just about everything that happened in the other movie, because of how fantastic it was. And I mean, I honestly don't know if I've ever seen any movie quite like it. Like, it is maybe the most original movie that I've ever seen. I mean, the only thing that I could slightly compare it to is Kung Fu Hustle. Just because how it's like really funny, but then also has some serious stuff, and then it's also great action. But like it's like a completely different story. But it's just, it's so amazing. Like, this is directed and written by the Daniels. They're like a writing and directing team, with Dan Kwan and Daniel Scheinert. And they did this like a really small budget. I know, like, there's amazing visual effects, but they only had like a team of 5 people that worked on it. And there's some great practical stuff and great digital stuff, and it's just full of surprises. Like, I hate to talk too much about the movie, just because, like, if you're going to see it, I think you should go in knowing the least about the movie as possible. But I think to talk about it, you have to, discuss what the movie is. But, basically it's Michelle Yeoh. She is kind of living a bit of a deadbeat life. Like, she's, getting older, and she's she's married to Kei Huy Kwan. Like, he was the kid from The Goonies and Indiana Jones. But they're married, but like they're running a laundromat, and like business isn't great. Like, I mean, it's good, but like they're being audited right now. With the auditor is played by Jamie Lee Curtis, which is a completely like different role than she would normally be. They uglied her up, and she's really good in this. But then they also have a daughter played by Stephanie Hsu, and that there's a lot of stuff, because like there's a lot of interesting relationship between the mother and daughter, because obviously she loves her, but then the daughter is maybe not living the life Michelle Yeoh would want for her. She's chubby, she's tattooed, she's a lesbian, and she doesn't know how to. She's like making her kind of live her life as a secret, because of the grandfather played by James Hong. And like, but he doesn't even, like, she believed that he would, disown her. He wouldn't accept her. So there's a lot of familial tension there. And then she's going in to be audited, and has all of her receipts, and it's like the day before like the Chinese New Year, and so like there's a lot going on, and then all of a sudden her husband starts acting weird, and like he's being taken over by something, and then he puts these 2 Bluetooth headsets in each ear, and gives her weird directions, like to switch her shoes to the wrong feet, and like picture herself in the janitor's closet, and like she starts going on a multiversal journey. And it was kind of funny that the Daniels were approached to do Loki, which is also a multiversal show, but they turned it down to do this. And I mean, I love Loki, but this is something special. Because I mean, all the actors are so good, but then the direction and the writing, like, it is the funniest movie I've seen in movie theaters in a long time. Like, there's been a bit of a dearth of really funny movies in that actually go to movie theaters. Like, there's been some really funny TV shows, but the funny, $30 million budgeted comedy films are kind of a dying breed in this era. But this one is, I laughed out loud like so many times during the film, like just because so many different things happen. Like when they go into different universes, like things will be weird. Like I don't want to spoil stuff. I know stuff in the trailer, like she screws up the jump. Like it's so, the way it works is so interesting. Like to get into, like it's kind of like the Matrix, where all of a sudden like I know kung fu, but you have to like find a universe where where you became a kung fu master, and that you have to like do something weird to like to jumpstart your brain or your soul or whatever to go into that other universe and learn all the skills from that version of you. And like I won't describe it. It like almost seems like almost the more you do it, the more weird the things have to be. So there's always like her, and then when other people start jumping in, like there's like all these people doing outrageous things. Like there's one scene in the movie that I've never seen or heard or thought of anything like that ever happening. Like I don't want to spoil anything because it's so much funnier if you have no idea it's about to happen. But like there's like so many moments like that throughout the film. And like I think even like to mention, but I say you won't even know what it is without saying, but Rakakuni is like just one of the universes, and it's just like it's really funny practical puppet, but it's like so creative and batshit insane, and it's like it's just such a creative film. Like I mean, and like I said, it's done on a small budget, but it looks like it was really expensive. Everything looks so good, and like the stuff that doesn't look great is done in a way that it looks purposeful. It's not like bad, but it's like it's corny kind of the way to do it to make it's supposed to look goofy, and everyone is just so perfect in the film, but especially when they're playing multiple different versions of themselves. And especially because like there's this being that is going through all the different universes and trying to destroy everything, and that like there's a familial part of that is aspect of it. I love it. It gets violent at times too, but like not too violent. But I mean, like the action is amazing. Like the action is really good. And it's just has so much to offer, because it also can be really heartfelt and emotional, because at the core of the film, it's like a family drama. It's like a family that have trouble relating to each other and are falling apart, and and Michelle Yeoh has to find a way to bring them back together, along with this whole multiversal adventure, and that it's definitely like I cried at the end, and it's the way it was done. It was like so kind of perfect. Like it was just like while it was being so weird, like I haven't like seen this since like the movies aren't really similar that much to each other, but something like Jojo Rabbit, where you could be laughing and then the next second you could be tearing up, like. That this movie has that aspect of it, even though like the two movies are completely different. This is just an honestly beautiful film that I really hope more people get a chance to see, because like I said, I mean, it's not playing in too many theaters. It's too bad. Like my local theater, like when the new bigger films come out, they have them playing like every hour, so they have taken up multiple screens. But then they don't have a chance a movie like this to be there. Like I checked, like I'm glad I went though, because like I was still hoping I want to see it again with my brother in my home theater if I can. But like I know this I checked the future upcoming releases at my theater, and we are getting the Northman, but we're still not getting everything everywhere all at once, and it's too bad because I really think that like if anyone that watches it, as long as they're not offended, will love it. I think there's so much here to enjoy that I really hope everyone watches. I think this has an incredibly strong potential to be like the next cult hit. I really do think that, and maybe that it'll be better once it's on streaming and once more people can find it and not go into movie theater, that it may become like, it will gain that cult status because it's something special. Like again, it's something that I would talk more about all the things I love about it, but I think that the less you know about the film going into it, the better result you'll have. Because I mean, watching it, I just had no idea from one scene to the next what was going to happen, and it's an incredible feeling when you get a movie like that. And I mean, I would give this film a 10 out of 10. Like I said, it's the best movie I've seen in years. And I mean, I love the Marvel films, the big epic films. But and I said even like last year, my favorite movie was probably Spider-Man, followed by Dune. But like, there's something different. This is a different kind of film. This is something special, something that is much less common. It's like it's in an auteur film. It feels like but it also feels approachable and funny and emotional, and it's just has so much to offer that I really think if it's playing anywhere near you, you have to seek it out. Like Everything Everywhere All at Once is amazing. But thanks for watching. If you want to see more of me, you can subscribe down below. Thanks.